And don't worry, there'll be some more things, more vehicles coming with that. But this is going to be a game changer because of all the awesome innovations that have happened, through it instead. So, this is key for high power applications like semi. But you want to tell them, or do you want me to tell them?
On out, but Tesla has two products, right? The semi truck and the Cybertruck to be released next year. How do you feel about Tesla next year? Do you feel that they could actually have a down year, even though they're releasing two products like this?
Yeah, so I don't believe the semi truck will ever be released.
Enough from the clown.
Welcome to Busy Brain Club, where thinking is free and we should do more of it. Well, Tesla just made history. They finally delivered the semi. It's been 5 years coming, but boy, it did not disappoint. In this video, we're going to go cover the 3 things we should pay attention to, the takeaways of the presentation. This video is going to be awesome. So there's also some bonus information about their new vehicle platform and a bunch of other little details. But stick around to the end. I'm going to go through these 3 things to take away from the whole presentation, and then we're going to cover the last but perhaps the most important thing to pay attention
to. We've got a tri-motor powertrain system, and we're using the carbon overwrap sleeve. So essentially we're using the plaid Model S, Model X powertrain, we're actually enabling the 2 of the drive units to actually disconnect so that they're not free spinning. So the efficiency is actually much greater in cruise.
Yeah, this is really unique. I mean, we're going with a tri-motor system. One of them is constantly engaged, so that's for maximum efficiency. You're getting on the highway, that's doing the bulk of the work, and it's operating at the peak efficiency point of the entire drivetrain. And then the other 2 units are for torque and acceleration. So when the driver needs it to get their job done, whether that's getting out of a loading dock or it's on the road, they need to pass somebody, you're tackling a grade, you have the torque and power to do it. And the cool thing is that these are clutched automatically, so no driver input needed, but it's also seamless. So the highway efficiency unit is cruising along, doing its thing.
Number 1, we're going to talk about the motor, the powertrain of the semi. So the technology is the same motor that exists in the Model X, the Model S, and the plaid variations. This is the same powertrain that is in the semi. The motor is so powerful that at highway speeds, it only needs 1 of them. And this is the truck carrying 80,000 pounds. It only needs 1 motor. The motor is powerful, but it's also crazy efficient, and it's in a small package. Elon Musk described it as the size of a football. You could actually carry it.
It's really cool happening all behind the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, what I find actually really wild about this is that you can have a truck which is 82,000 pounds. And by the way, the reason we can actually do 82,000 pounds is that there's a 2,000 pound extra that's allowed by law for electric trucks. So you get a little bit of a advantage on the weight side. But you can basically pull 82,000 pounds at cruise using, and the only thing that's doing that is a tiny little motor on 1 axle.
It's not that big, about a football size maybe.
Yeah, you can carry it.
Yeah.
It's like a, melon,
you can check it in your luggage. Good luck doing that with a diesel engine. And one of those is more powerful than a diesel. Yeah.
Yeah, just that one little guy is more powerful than a regular diesel engine on a semi-truck. But I find it amazing that this enormous thing can be pulled by something that you could carry in your hands. It's like, wow, that's power density.
Yep.
1 motor by itself is more powerful than a diesel engine. That is how much power is housed in the small motor package. Just let that sink in. The motor is that small, but can generate more power than a diesel engine. What does that mean for the future of other possible vehicles that need that much power? It's like, if you just think about all the different technologies and all the different vehicles that are out there that could utilize this kind of power, it's crazy. But anyway, let's continue. They explained the tri-motor setup. So I was always kind of iffy as to why it has 3 motors, but basically 1 is always engaged, and it is what keeps the truck running on the road. The other two disengages and only engage in the event the vehicle needs to be accelerated, either from standstill or to change speed to a higher speed. The range. So on November 25th, they did the 500-mile test run. The truck started at Fremont and ended in San Diego, a total of like 500 miles. The charge capacity was 97% when it left Fremont and ended its run in San Diego. It was, 4%, right? They traveled a mix of flat and mountainous roads, and there's a region that is highlighted, like the Grapevine leg of it. I'm unfamiliar with Grapevine leg, where the truck climbed to 4,136 feet above sea level, and it came down off that, passing through Pasadena and Riverside, ended in San Diego, while carrying a load of 82,000 pounds. This is impressive, and Elon took the time to take the jabs at the haters, the Trevor Milton and Gordon Johnsons of the world, which is absolutely awesome.
So we talk power. You want to talk efficiency?
Yeah, absolutely. So, some people out there say it can't be done. I don't know who might say that, but I've heard rumors. So we just did it. Yeah. And we're going to post the whole video unedited on YouTube.
Yeah. And
no jump cuts.
Yeah. And this wasn't, some ultra clean, precise test track simulation or something where we, shut down a road. Nope. This is real world. This is over Grapevine. This is with traffic. This is true 500 miles. We were loaded just under 82K. We no special aero treatments.
Yeah.
Truck came off the line, shook it down, made it run. That's it.
Yeah, there was no fast moves here.
Nope.
So to be clear, it's not like, what tricks did they pull? Well, there are actually a whole bunch of tricks we could have pulled and didn't. Like as Dan said, no special aero treatment.
Oh, and by the way, we should mention there was no charging. We charged the truck. We didn't stop to charge. Single driver.
One charge. Exactly.
Yeah.
Good point.
Number 3 on the list is the charging. This is a new charging tech, the V4 charging, which is crazy fast. When I look at the charts, it's pretty much double the speed of the V3. How they're able to accomplish this is so interesting because the power cable that they use is immersed in cooling fluid, which allows them to keep the copper cool during these high loads of charging.
Okay. Obviously, to charge a truck like this quickly, you need a high-power charger. So we developed a megawatt class charger, as it's capable of charging at a megawatt to DC.
Yeah.
And it's our next generation immersive cooling, so it's liquid cooled. So you don't need a gigantic elephant trunk of a cable. You can actually have a small cable, and that cable delivers a megawatt. With 3x the current density.
I mean, this is really cool stuff. I mean, you're actually immersing the conductor in the coolant, this water-based coolant that we have, and we're then doing some really neat isolation monitoring on the back end to ensure that it's safe in delivering that it needs to. But it means that we can really shove a lot of current in a very, very small place. So, for those that have worked and charged their cars on a V3 supercharger and the cable is nice and maneuverable, it's the same thing here, but now we're just shoving a megawatt through it instead. So, this is key for high power applications like semi. But you want to tell them, or do you want me to tell them?
If you've ever tried to jumpstart a car and you had a dead battery, you might have to let the jumper cable sit on the battery for a little bit, but then after you're done charging the car and you're packing the cable away, you'll notice that the whole cable feels very warm, right? Because that's the current that's going through it that's heating up the cable. Now, if you picture it from charging a battery that's this big, right, and that much more power, the amount of heat that would be generated would be immense. And for those geeks out there, understand that as cables heat up, the resistance increases. And if it goes beyond a certain threshold, the cable will overheat and melt. So shout out to the Tesla team for creating this amazing charging system. Now, the bonus thing I want you guys to take from this whole presentation is this information that probably went over everyone's head.
You can go 500 miles on a single charge on one of these things. So it's the mix of those two that this is why this is a game changer. And what's awesome is both of those are enabled by our new 1,000-volt powertrain, which is the first vehicle that we're doing with that. And don't worry, there'll be some more vehicles coming with that. But this is going to be a game changer because of all the awesome innovations that have happened through it instead. So this is key for high power applications like semi. But you want to tell them, or do you want me to tell them?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be used for Cybertruck too.
Yeah.
There's two things in particular. One that I want everyone to pay attention to is they mentioned the V4 charging, and it's going to be available on the Cybertruck. That's one. So the Cybertruck will likely be the fastest charging vehicle out when it comes out, probably twice as fast as any Tesla vehicle that is out there. So anybody is familiar with the timing to charge any Tesla vehicle capable with the V3 charging is probably going to be twice as fast, right? Now, they also mentioned the 1,000-volt powertrain system, which the Semi will be the first vehicle of it. Now, remember, I did a new vehicle platform video where the new vehicle platform, in my opinion, was going to be their commercial vehicle platform, with the Semi being the first of it. And this confirms it. He said specifically there's more to come. This company is going to take over the world, vertically integrate the world, the whole damn world. This is just a brief video on the delivery event, and I have some more videos to come. If you like what you've seen so far, hit the subscribe, hit the like button, stay tuned. I'll see you in the next video.